be some of my son's adversaries. That could either be on other teams, or it could be coaches, or it could be past girlfriend.
The Kelce Swift universe is officially bigger than the Marvel timeline. First off, Donna Kelce jumps on the talk shows and casually throws shade at Travis's exes like it's a competitive family tradition. Then Taylor Swift breaks her own no athletes rule for Travis, proving that even pop royalty can bend the rules for a tight end.
I've been very non-athlete because I'm not one, and I've always just been like, well, what would we talk about?
And she's clearly not slowing down anytime soon. She's leading the iHeartRadio nominations with a jaw-dropping 9 nods. At the same time, America can't stop binge-watching the Kansas City Chiefs like they're a Netflix series, even when the season starts getting a little messy. And to top it all off, Taylor gives rock legend John Fogerty a heartfelt shout-out on Colbert, where he explains why their fight over music ownership feels like the exact same battle.
He just got them back recently.
Yeah!
He's 80 years old.
Let's go, John!
Donna Kelce, the ultimate NFL mom-in-chief and the unofficial president of I Raised Two Giants and Live to Tell the Tale, has officially entered the chaos machine known as the Traitors, and she did not come to play. Very politely, the 73-year-old walks in radiating wholesome mom energy, but the moment someone asks who she doesn't want to see as a fellow contestant, she delivers the most mom-coded mic drop imaginable. She hints that she'd rather not be trapped in a castle playing mind games with people who've crossed her son. That list includes rival players, irritating coaches, and yes, brace yourself, former girlfriends. Donna basically said, "I support women, just not the ones who gave my son stress." And honestly, that's peak elite mom behavior.
Be some of my son's adversaries. That could either be on other teams, or it could be coaches, or it could be past girlfriend.
Naturally, everyone read that as a little side eye at Travis Kelce's dating history, especially when you compare it to big brother Jason, who's been living that calm, married life with Kylie existence for years. Like the kind of guy who's never once had to explain a suspicious Instagram like. Meanwhile, before Travis went public with his Taylor Swift romance in September 2023, he was in that long, on-again, off-again relationship with influencer Kayla Nicole from 2017 to 2022. And insiders still remember when Kayla showed up on Special Forces and opened up about how brutal that breakup felt under public scrutiny. The trolls, the hate, and that non-stop feeling of being exposed, like you're walking around emotionally barefoot on a floor made entirely of Lego bricks.
On a daily basis, terrified of my comments. I'm terrified of my DMs. I don't want to be triggered. I don't want to care. I don't want to look. But you're right. If you're going to talk shit and run your mouth, please do it so I can pay a bill around.
But Donna isn't here to rehash the past. She's here to step into her new era. Travis and Jason were fully hyping her up before she flew off to Scotland to film, because apparently her sons are huge fans of the show and wanted their mom to go full-on reality TV mastermind. 6.
Jason is the one that got me involved. We just literally one weekend during playoffs, we binged it. It was great.
Donna leaned right into it as well, talking about reinventing yourself once your kids start building families of their own, basically the hot mom winter edition of personal growth.
When you get to a certain part in your life and your kids are starting their own families, it's so important to reinvent yourself, do the things you've always dreamt of.
And while Donna's off in Scotland reinventing herself like the world's most iconic hot mom winter contestant, Taylor Swift is quietly rewriting her dating rulebook like it's a 2 a.m. lyric draft. Insiders say Taylor has basically made her way through a celebrity yearbook. Actors, musicians, heartthrobs, the kind of men who look like they come with a scarf and emotional baggage. But there was always one non-negotiable: no athletes. Not even casually, not a tennis guy, not a maybe. Taylor figured she just couldn't relate. She's not exactly the type to bond over stats and protein shakes. In her mind, every conversation probably went, "So, how many push-ups today?" And she wasn't built for that life. Then Travis Kelce appeared and basically said, "Hi, I'm tall, I'm charming, and I radiate golden retriever energy." Suddenly, Taylor's strict rulebook went up in flames. Insiders point to her Disney Plus docuseries as the moment she openly admitted she'd been avoiding athlete types that they'd even talk about. She imagined herself discussing songwriting metaphors while he's like, Cool. But what's your 40-yard dash time?
I've been very non-athlete because I'm not one, and I've always just been like, well, what would we talk about? And
Obviously, she was wrong, because Travis is basically an athlete who also doubles as the funny rom-com boyfriend everyone loves at the party. But the real MVP here? Andrea Swift, Taylor's mom, who apparently went full manager mode and nudged her daughter out of her comfort zone. Andrea wasn't having Taylor linger in the safe, familiar dating aisle anymore. She was shoving her gently into the athletic department with a, "Try something new, babe. You might actually like it."
there's a guy, he's really cute. You said something to the effect of like, you gotta start doing something different.
And when Andrea started spotting headlines about Travis showing up to a Taylor Swift show with a friendship bracelet and wanting to meet her, she did what any legendary mom would do. She investigated. Andrea even called up her personal Kansas City Chiefs expert, her cousin Robin, to get the full scouting report on Travis. The moment she learned he was not only ridiculously nice, but also a hardcore mom-approved guy, it was basically game over. Andrea immediately saw that as a green flag the size of a stadium and started scheming how to get them orbiting the same universe.
See that this guy came to your show and he brought a friendship bracelet and wants to meet you. And so, of course, I call up my resident expert on Kansas City Chiefs, my cousin Robin. I go, tell me about this guy named Travis Kelce.
And now, Taylor is collecting iHeartRadio nominations like their friendship bracelets at her own concert. Yep, it's officially a great day to be Taylor Swift because the 2026 iHeartRadio Music Awards nominations just dropped, and she's sitting at the very top, like a pop superstar dragon guarding a glittery hoard. 9 nods. That's not a nomination list. That's a full-on flex. Apparently, her album The Life of a Showgirl is doing the most, and the awards are reflecting it. She's leading the bestie. Sabrina Carpenter is right behind her with 8 nominations. Following close are Wait For Me, Bad Bunny, and Alex Warren, all rocking 8 nods too. It's basically a mini popularity Olympics, and Taylor just sprinted past everyone in sky-high heels. The show itself goes down live at the Dolby Theater in Los Angeles on Thursday, March 26th, airing on Fox and blasting across iHeartRadio stations and the app like a nationwide group chat. If you own a device that makes sound, you're hearing about it. The whole point? Celebrating the artists and songs that dominated 2025, while teasing what's about to blow up in summer 2026. A fancy way of saying, here's your next obsession, you're welcome. The nominee list is stacked like someone hit shuffle on the entire music industry. Beyoncé-level icons, new rising stars, global heavy hitters, and enough genres to make your Spotify algorithm sweat. Taylor herself pops up in the big categories: Song of the Year for The Fate of Oilia, Artist of the Year, Pop Artist of the Year, and Pop Song of the Year. Basically, she's not just nominated, she's haunting the ballot like a glittery pop ghost. Meanwhile, America is proving it's definitely obsessed with the Kansas City Chiefs, watching them like it's a national pastime. The latest NFL ratings show the country glued to the TV every week, even when the season gets messy. Sure, the Chiefs didn't operate at their usual hide your Super Bowl trophies level, but millions tuned in like clockwork. Thanks to Patrick Mahomes, or maybe just America's love for chaos. Viewership is up 10% over 2024, with games averaging 18.7 million viewers. That's not casual watching. That's people clearing schedules, ignoring texts, and arguing with family for 3 straight hours. The Chiefs dominated 4 of the top 5 most-watched games of the season, even with a 6-11 record. That's not just a team, it's a brand, a lifestyle, basically a cult with premium merch. Thanksgiving's showdown with the Cowboys topped the list with 57.3 million Americans tuning in. Then Packers vs. Lions pulled 47.7 million viewers, barely giving anyone time to settle their turkey. Their rematch against the Eagles drew 33.8 million, and Week 9 in Buffalo added 30.9 million. Week 11 in Denver rounded out the top 5. Even the L's are must-watch content. It's not just the Chiefs. NFL games took 89 of the top 100 broadcast spots in 2025. The rest of TV? Fighting for scraps like fridge leftovers. While the nation is glued to football screens, Taylor is casually bonding with rock royalty on late-night TV, proving she contains multitudes. On The Late Show with Stephen Colbert in December, she talked about finally buying back her master's catalog in 2025, basically winning her ultimate boss battle. Then Colbert brought up John Fogerty's saga, and Taylor lit up because his fight is the OG version of artists owning their work.
You know John Fogerty's story? John Fogerty of Creedence Clearwater Revival, he lost his masters in the early 70s, and it kind of haunted him.
Yeah.
He just got them back recently.
Yeah!
He's 80 years old.
Let's go, John!
Fogerty, the legendary guy from Creedence Clearwater Revival, spent literally half a century fighting to own the rights to the songs he wrote. We're talking classics like Proud Mary, Fortunate Son, Bad Moon Rising, basically the ultimate dad rock starter pack. He finally got his publishing rights back in 2023 after decades of legal battles and heartbreak. When Taylor heard the news, she gave him an enthusiastic shout-out that had the audience thinking, wait, Taylor Swift is Team Fogerty. Apparently, Fogerty caught the clip later and was genuinely touched, not just celebrity polite, but actually moved. And that's a wrap for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.